Hi, I'm Megan. Today I wanted to talk about some unrealistic things and ideas that the beauty community has given me and that I have to actively work hard against. And the first thing is that you have to be perfect to film, be on camera, right? Like, oh, your hair's not done, you can't film. Your makeup's not done, you can't film. You don't have that outfit on, you can't film. And I just don't love that. Kathleen Light says her rambles videos when she doesn't have time, and I really appreciate that because I still care what she has to say. I don't know if you ever see Smoky Glow. She's a very small channel, but um, I really like that she's like in her sweatshirt all cozy, and I still like what she has to say, right? Like, because I'm really here for the personality and the content, right? So I really like that because that's something that, like, oh, I love Jaclyn Hill. I know. I can't help myself. There's something about her personality that just like draws me in where I'm like, yes, girl. And I'm like, we would never literally be friends. Like, I don't think we have enough in common. I don't think like our vibes are just different. Like, I really don't think we would be friends in real life. But there's something about her personality. That's why she's so good at her job, right? And has millions of people following her. But the thing that I don't like about her is she no longer, like when I started watching her, I could see the back of her fridge in her videos, right? And now she doesn't film if it's not perfect. She doesn't upload if everything's not perfect and it's gorgeous and everything's done. And then, you know what that means? She doesn't film, right? And I would rather have more content at a lower caliber than that. Who was it? It was one of the YouTubers I watched, Jam Beauty 89 maybe, said like, I'm shooting for a B. Was it her that said that? I don't know. She's like, I'm shooting for a B though, right? Like, I don't need A content. I'm good with B content, right? Like, I don't want really crappy content, but I want content that is high enough quality that consumers deserve it, right? Like, I'm working hard at my job, but not so high content that it's unattainable and that I won't just do it, right? Because it's too hard. I'm never ready enough and it takes too much prep work. Like, people would rather have you be more consistent. So that's something I wanted to talk about. So now that I've gone on my little rant about it, I'm just going to talk about a few things that I think the beauty industry has shown me online that I need that's unrealistic. So the first, so other than like, oh yeah, my hair and makeup has to be together to be on, for video or whatever. And I hate that because sometimes my nieces will take photos and then they put a like a sticker on their face or something, and they're like, ew, because I don't look good, and they like put a sticker on their face because they don't want to be on social media or anything, which, not that I want their whole lives on social media, but I also don't want them to not show photos that they don't think are the most flattering in the entire world, or they are, but they think it's cute to go, ew, I look gross, instead of just owning who you are. Like, if I did that, I could put a sticker on literally all my photos because I'm never going to look perfect. So that's something. The next thing I wanted to talk about is eyelashes. So, normal people wear mascara. If you're a part of the beauty community, that statement sounds dumb, but all these people they're like, oh yeah, I wear falsies every single day. That's not normal. You're going to the grocery store. Well, maybe they don't go to the grocery store, that's why it is. But when you go to the grocery store, you wear mascara, right? When I go on an airplane, I'm wearing mascara. When I go to work, I wear mascara. I've seen 12-year-olds go to school with falsies because they want to have perfect lashes to go to school in. That's unrealistic. Your eyelashes aren't that big. Oh my goodness. And it's weird when I see girls out and they're wearing falsies and you just go, and maybe it's because they can't afford crazy nice ones that look realistic, but like on the lash line, they're so full and they're so long, and like it's just unrealistic. And I don't think to me, it doesn't look naturally beautiful, right? And that's the way you would want it to be. Like, oh, I just woke up like this. I'm just this cute, right? No, it looks fake. And not that, obviously, I never expect someone to think my red lips are mine, right? Or my brown lips. Like this sparkle is not naturally glowing, but it's, I don't know, it's too far for me. I really like it for big events, right? Like I wore it at my wedding. I've worn it to the club before. For photo shoots, stuff like that. Like, I think that's a really, I think it can be really great. And for photography, I totally understand, because it kind of brings those features out that you can definitely see in real life, but you really can't see in film. So I really understand that, but it becomes this norm that people think, like, without falsies, that their face looks weird. So you go, man, that's an issue. So I just think that's unrealistic, and it's weird when you see it in person. I think everyone goes, why are they doing that? We're at Walmart. And then the next thing I want to talk about is like winged eyeliner. Okay, so there's some people that wear winged eyeliner on the daily, but usually they're like cute, tiny little wings. And it's for sure definitely their style. Like, oh yeah, you're one of those girls that wears that style. But then there's like wearing it just everywhere. Like it's really intense. And then at first I thought it was because I wasn't good at it, because I wasn't. And then I practiced a lot. And I'm pretty good at wing eyeliner. And I never feel like it looks normal. Like if I'm going to the club or something, but like, I don't know, sometimes I recreate looks from like, that I see online, and I see like how intense their eyeliner is, and I want to recreate it and see how it looks, and I just don't love it. And I think when I see people wear it, you just go, I don't know. There's times where it looks so beautiful, but it's become so normalized. Like, you don't need, on a Monday, you don't need a wing, right? Like, that's just not a thing. The next thing is brows. Oh my God. Okay, so I love that we have now put brows in. I didn't even know it was a thing. Like, in college, I didn't wear brows. Like, I would go out and not have brows on. That was a thing. It wasn't just like, oh, you didn't know about brows. Nobody knew about brows back then. Okay. So then brows became a thing. So I was like, oh, I gotcha. But then it's like painted on, and I've done it before, and I've seen other girls do it, and you just go, oh no, that looks pretty in pictures, but up close and personal, I can see where you drew it on your skin. And in videos, beauty YouTubers tell you, like, oh yeah, like over dry and all this stuff. And you go, no, that doesn't look normal. Like, it looks like you drew on your eyeliner, and I don't want someone to say that. So yeah, that's not. Also, overdrawing your lips. I have really big lips. So when I overdraw my lips slightly, it's really not that noticeable, because I have such big lips that sometimes it looks like I'm just kind of drawing on top of the lips. Like, I don't know. It works really well. But then other people, you're like, I think that they just drew on their skin. And in photos, it looks really pretty. But in real life, you can tell that they just drew on their skin. And I think people need to be told that, because when they're giving advice, they're like, yeah, just draw on your skin right there, no big deal. And then in real life, you're like, no, that's a big deal. And the last thing I want to talk about is how sometimes my face looks crepey and looks over makeuped. And I'm really working on that. Sometimes I have no idea. Sometimes I swear, like, I did this yesterday and it looked gorgeous. Today it's hideous. So those are things I can't. But they use like why do they never zoom in, right? So you can see what the skin looks like. Why is it always freshly applied? Why don't people show, like, Raw Beauty Christy drives me nuts because she'll be like, do you see how bad that looks on my nose? Do you see it? I'm like, no, can you zoom in? And then she's like, you see it now? Like, I just zoomed in. You're like, no, for real, I still can't see it. Can you, like, put your nose in the camera, like old school, where people would be show you things? And same thing when people do their eyeshadow looks, they're like, doesn't it look so good this way? And you're like, no, like, put your eye in there. Like, I need to see where things go, right? Which, sorry guys, I applied my makeup. Did I already say that? Like 14 hours ago. So this is just what we got. But those are just some unrealistic things about makeup that I would like to hear more people talk about. Like, I want to hear people say, this is what I do in video versus this is what I do in pictures versus this is what I do in person, right? For this is what I like. Scott Barnes was on Tati's channel, and he did some talking about how, like, what he's meant for is for photography, not for person. And I really appreciate that because I'm a real person, and, like, although I like cute photos, I would rather have me look normal in person, right? So I want people to talk about that. Like, hey, like, when you hug someone, does your makeup get on their skin, right? Or on their shirt? And what do you do so it doesn't do that, right? Like, those are the tips that I want. I don't just want how to look great in a photo, you know? So those are things that I would love to hear more people on YouTube talk about. And I'm curious, what are some things that you would like people to talk about more that don't? Or do any of these resonate with you? Or do any of these, like, you're like, no, Megan, you're not on target? So I would love if you leave a comment, subscribe, or, you know, like, start this conversation with me. I am new to YouTube, obviously, and a big thing is I want to start a conversation on YouTube. I want to talk to people. I want to hear your opinion. And so I know when you comment to bigger channels, like, you get lost in it, right? Like, people don't comment or like, or, you know, but I want to talk to you. I want to hear what you have to say. So thanks for listening to my random late night rambles about everything. Have a great day. Bye. Good night.